We just want to come on here and tell a little bit about our story with Isagenix. Um, I started Isagenix back last year in March, and you started a week after me.
Right. So later in March.
Right. So if you guys know us, a lot of you know us, we are like do-it-yourself people. We do everything ourselves. So if there's something that needs to be built, we do it to save money. We do it to spend time together. And we are like very, very busy people.
Remodels in the house.
Right.
It's cheaper for us to do some research to figure out how to do flooring, and it gives us the opportunity to bond together by spending time together learning, and then spending time to doing things. Our woodworking business we've had for at least 10 years.
Yeah, back in 2008 we started doing woodworking, everything from like doing dartboard cabinets to challenge coin holders, to now we are into furniture and doing all the art with the resin.
Right, and a lot of people assume that it's just me that does the woodworking, but I like doing the building, but don't really like the finishing, the clear coat or the stains and stuff like that, because I'm more mathematically and engineering minded. Well, Sheena likes to do that stuff, or at least enjoys spending time out in the shop with me and keeping me company. And so we work good together as yin and yang to complete those projects.
I make everything look pretty. That's fun.
Including me. That's why.
So anyways, since we do everything ourselves, I mean, it's hard to slow down. I think especially last year, everything just kind of caught up to us. And the only way that we knew how to relax was to drink alcohol, like a lot of, people do. But ours became excessive. I didn't really notice any weight gain, but I felt like crap. So I think that for me, it was just feeling tired, not having like patience to deal with the kids, and for them to come ask me to, do something with them. I was always like, oh no, I'm too tired. It was always about just having my wine, I think.
And it's not necessarily that it was all about alcohol. We're not coming to preach about the negatives of drinking. Drinking's an all right thing to do recreationally. The thing that I think I focus on now is looking at the progressiveness of it. If anybody follows our groups, I think most all of you are on our groups or friends with us, and you've seen some of the pictures. One that Sheena posted most recently is a picture where we actually hiked Cowles Mountain in San Diego, California. And if you know anything about Cowles Mountain, it's a pretty steep elevation change for as short of a hike that it is. And we did the back side of it one afternoon, and it was not a problem. But the problem is, looking back now, and she's going to swing at me at this point, she was fat for her build, for her body size. Underneath all of that fat was muscle. We were in shape, we were motivated, we were doing things, but we were not healthy. Right. And that was a product of alcohol to relax, not having a consistent meal schedule. Mm-hmm. We ate what we thought was healthy, but that meant that we would eat.
Well, I would make a lot of like tri-tip and steaks, and I mean, it's really good, but it's not good for you.
Well, even to have salads, we would have a salad, but then, eat an inexorbitant amount. It was empty calories that we would eat to feel full, to get back out to doing whatever it was we were doing before, because we were DIY couple, solve things ourselves, do things ourselves, and we can discount the healthiness for the success.
Mhm.
You know,
And it was easy because when we were doing projects, it would be like, okay, well, let's just throw some hot dogs on, or, whatever it was, just empty calories, a lot of overeating. So yeah, we thought we were eating healthy, but we weren't.
so then what happened in February? Talk about your story first, and then I'll go into my
Okay.
story to healthiness.
So my story is I was watching my friend and mentor, Brandy. A lot of you know her too. I was watching her for like, gosh, I want to say it was a long time, for months and months. And she was super happy. I almost thought it was like, how could she be this happy? And she looked amazing. I mean, the weight that came off, and just like healthy, like, and she looks beautiful. And I was like, what the heck? Why is she so happy? Like, I don't feel that way. I feel like crap in the morning. I have no energy. I'm irritable. I need to do something. So I talked to her, and it took a while to get me to say yes. I was like, oh, I have to talk to my husband first. Like, I don't know, because the money, everything that I've heard, many of you say, I was there too. So, finally I was just like, I need a change. Like, I have to do something to just try and make myself feel better, and, good nutrition. Why not? It's a 30-day money back guarantee. There's no risk. So I ordered my box, and the first week was tough for me. I think it's tough for everybody. Your body just is not used to, doing shakes. But the second week I was like, oh my gosh, I saw results immediately. My energy level changed. Like, I wanted to work out. I didn't like, it's hard here. You get depressed. We're up in Washington. It's always raining.
Yeah, we've had record rain this year, and
I mean,
it's even worse than normal.
It is insane rain.
We haven't seen the sun in 9.5 months.
We're like, we came from San Diego, where, you'd get a tan on a winter day, no problem. Now we are like white folks. Yeah, for sure.
Pale ghosts.
But so I felt like the first thing I noticed was my energy increased so much. I felt like, just exercising, I felt like, okay, like, is this really how it's supposed to be? Like, I actually feel like patient. I feel happy. I feel good about myself. Like, I'm losing the weight. I see it, big changes. I've taken my before pictures, and Chris has helped me take my after pictures, so shut up. And so he was actually like stealing my stuff, and I'm like, no, like, we'll just sign you up, like, let's get, your own stuff. Because he was kind of like, dang, you're losing weight, and, you're feeling good. You have a lot of energy. Like, what's going on with you? So you got signed up, like, just like, I don't know. Maybe it was only a week later. Was it a week or two?
I joined because you joined.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've done programs before. I've done the shakes. I've done the protein shakes. I've done the weight loss shakes and the filler shakes and the whatever else. And so I joined skeptically, and honestly was skeptical for like 6 or 8 months. Came in and joined because Sheena had joined and said, well, if we're going to spend the money, and we've seen the results before, which, I don't want to leave Clint out. Clint, you're looking sexy too. But guys don't do that. I wasn't looking at Clint and going, oh, he's just so happy, and he's got his belly gone, and this and that and the other. I saw what Sheena was seeing. And again, it goes back to that progressiveness. when I was 25 years old, I could go out and run 5 miles. At 40 years old, I could go out and run 5 miles. But between the 20 years between 20 and 40, my times had slowed down. The extra weight that I was carrying in the gut had gotten bigger and bigger. And it's real easy to make up that excuse that, well, I'm 40, and so I'm supposed to have a beer gut. I drink beer. I'm supposed to have a beer gut, or, whatever the cheap excuse was. But now, I followed her along. I was seeing her results and kind of it's Facebook, so I can't say that. Going halfway.
I think you can say ass.
Okay. Yeah, you posted it. Don't ever do anything half-ass. Always do it with your full ass. And I was kind of half-assing it, but still seeing results. Do you have anything else that you want to talk about before? Because I'm going to start my steamroll.
Oh gosh, it's going to take a while. So with the energy I started running. I got into running with my friend Kim, and she invited me to do Ragnar. That was something that is a huge accomplishment for me, because I never ever thought that I would, first of all, like running, and do Ragnar, which is a huge race. And it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of training. It takes a lot of consistency and dedication. Same with this program, the program works if you stick to it. You dedicate yourself to it. It does work, and you can have results like mine, which I feel like my transformation is huge. I do. I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of you. Yeah, when we stick to something, we can do it.
So even if you can't stick to something, you can do this. So we're a DIY couple. Got it. We're motivated. I can hear everybody's thoughts in there seeping through Facebook. Oh, so you guys are super motivated and super disciplined. So you guys have what it takes to be able to make it work no matter what you're working.
No, there's something magic in these shakes. These shakes make you, full. They make you have, no cravings. It's full of good nutrition. That's what our bodies need.
And one thing that thanks, Brandy. Yeah, we're on HGTV.
And I'm still nervous on camera, and we've been on a freaking TV show.
And actually, while we're at that, I just got a message from a friend of mine who's hanging out in El Salvador right now, and he was watching television and had to get on Facebook to send me a message, because he said, lo and behold, my ugly mug was on the TV when he looked up in his hotel room, because apparently Island Life on HGTV is broadcast globally. So we're international superstars now. Just saying. But one thing that I think that Sheena missed in talking about her transformation, because you can see transformations with a lot of these different programs, but I think it was our family's transformation that has really sucked me into this. So now I'm going to steal the podium for a little while, and stick with me while I talk about my transformation, because I really, Sheena wanted me to get on camera and talk to you all. And this is kind of an interesting forum for me, because for those of you who don't know, most of what my job is to stand up in front of people and talk. So other than the fact that I can't read the audience right now and how much I'm boring you all, this is a little bit more natural for me. So I'll try to keep it to under 10 minutes that Sheena took. She's already yawning. So in preparation for this, when Sheena asked me to do this, she said, let's talk about our transformation. And so I got to thinking, we talk a lot about weight loss. We talk about healthy living and stuff, with all these different programs. And I have a hypothesis. I think that there's 3 parts to healthy living. There's your mental, physical, and your nutritional health. And with that kind of triangle that comes together, that's where you see success. Physical and nutritional is kind of the easy part. There's a lot of these different programs out here that will provide a little bit of what you need for the nutrition, and we can get into anybody who wants to know more about how much head and shoulders above Isagenix is as far as the nutritional value in their shakes goes. But as far as like physical, so we'll go back to when I was in Iraq. I was deployed in Iraq. I was in shape. Must have been the fact that I was working out constantly, because all I had to do was work and work out, because I was eating what I wanted to. I didn't think about the fact that I was eating what's available, which was relatively healthy stuff. There wasn't a lot of sodas that were available because I'm cheap and I wasn't going to go purchase extra stuff. And there was limited access to sodas and no access to alcohol based on the rules that were out there. Didn't even dawn on me that might be part of the reason that the belly fat had gone away and that the muscles were starting to show. So I get back into the U.S. Belly fat came back. I started to feel depressed, but I was still active. So why? Why was I fat, but I was still active? And I was just constant mood problems. I have never been a morning person my entire life. My little sister can attest to that. My parents can attest to that. My wife can attest to that. That's changed in the last 6 months. I actually bounce out of bed now and I get slapped by her because she's like, "You've got too much energy. It's Saturday. Let me sleep past 7:30." But we thought we were fine when I got back from the deployment. Thought we were fine. We were blind to our own health because we had our motivation, our fitness, if you will, the physical part of it. We could still go hike miles. We could still go run, even carrying the extra weight. But the nutritional was missing there. So things got really bad around 2019, the beginning of 2019. And that was when Sheena decided to start the program. I cut out alcohol for a bit at that point, and we won't go down the path, but I'm not ashamed to say I've got issues with alcohol, and now it's completely cut out of my life. And for that aspect of life, I couldn't be happier than the fact that I celebrated 200 days of sobriety today. So that's an awesome part of my life. But more so than that is that, we started on these shakes. We started on this line of programs. Cut out the alcohol. That got the sugars and the fat that was carried around the stomach away. But I also lost some of the other weight with the inches that I was finding around the thighs. The chest was coming back. I was looking young again. My face, if you look at some of the pictures that I've posted for before and after, I looked like what the kids would call a chunker monk. Inflammation in the face and stuff. I had it too. Now they make fun of the wrinkles, but that's age, and that's a different. I need some lotions for that. But got energy back and started to look good. Still very hesitant because been there, done that before with other programs, protein shakes to build muscle. But I stuck with it for two reasons. Because of the results I was seeing, the happiness I could see in Sheena, and the biggest reason I think that Isagenix has been a real positive thing for me is I was part of a group that cared. And that's what gets into that third aspect. So I said physical aspect. We're pretty physical. We're pretty motivated people. Get to the gym sometimes. I don't really care for lifting things that are heavy and putting them back down when it doesn't accomplish anything, but I'll go build a fence all day long or lift logs out in the yard.
Jessica and Brandy were teaching me how to use all the equipment at the gym.
But then the nutritional. So the nutritional, and we can get you the charts. You can look all day long at Isagenix and you can compare it to all of the other brands that people are trying to peddle out there that are, in my opinion, kind of snake oil. But that mental aspect, something I've never found in any of these other programs, is that sense of belonging. For those of you who don't know what Maslow's hierarchy is, I'm not gonna do the college lecture on it. Go look it up. Maslow's hierarchy, the basis of it is needs for self-survival and then needs for fitness, fitting into a group. I spent most of my life and now 18 years of a career thinking that success was in getting promoted to the next rank or how much money I was making so that I could put food on the table for my family. But I've learned that through this program that success comes from that mental health, that sense of belonging, that the depression went away, the need to drink to numb the busyness in my mind has gone away because I've learned that providing for my tribe, for my family in ways other than that monetary going out and busting your hump is where I've got that mental health. I've been listening to a lot of TED Talks lately too, so that's where I'm kind of getting on that mental health kick. But being healthy was going to keep me around, and it was going to lead to more success in my life. So now hopefully my bosses aren't listening to this, but I don't stay at work past 8 hours. I'm lucky if I stay at work for 8 hours a day, because I know that the work is going to be there. Sitting on my butt at a computer screen is going to be there. But now I am motivated. I'm getting actually more done because my body's got the right stuff in it. I bounce out of bed in the morning. I shower. I shave. I go downstairs and I give my kids a high five or a fist bump, and then they roll their eyes because Dad's not supposed to be cool. I'll wave at Kayla out the window as I drop her off at school and make sure that her boyfriends are walking past so that I can say, I love you, and blow her a kiss. And I would have done some of those stuff before, but I think now it is way more from the heart. And I hate to sound like that guy, but I think that Isagenix had a lot to do with it. It's a change of lifestyle. Mm-hmm. It is a complete change to the way our family is. Heck, the kids are using it. They're into sports and athletics and stuff now, and I've caught them where they're stealing the peanut butter bites or the chocolates that come instead of going for the Oreos and stuff, which frankly is a good thing, because if she's buying Oreos for the kids, I still have a problem with those sorts of things being around. So I do lack in some of the discipline that would probably make me more successful. According to this app, Brandy was talking today about that scale, the fancy scale that Sheena found, that now she's got one of those. According to that, I'm still a little bit overweight. I think it's because I'm a troll. I'm only 5'9", so apparently 175 pounds is overweight for my build. So I guess I'm going to have to focus a little bit more on getting the Isagenix snacks instead of, having the Oreos. And that's the other thing that's great about this program, I think, is like you go with some of these, Belly Watcher program or the, I don't know if we're allowed to say other brand names, but anyways, some of those are so strict about like, you're going to be looked down on if you go get a pizza or whatever. Oh, heck no. That's the reason that those programs, I think, never worked for me. With Isagenix, I get a snack at some point throughout the day, and I get a full meal at night. And so, to be honest and to tell you a secret, I sneak ice cream on the weekends. It's okay.
But we can do that.
I can do some of that stuff.
This is not a diet. It's nutritional rebalancing. So we are actually teaching our bodies a long-term healthy eating lifestyle.
Milo is not on Isagenix. That's the cat that just ran past. He looks like Garfield. He eats lasagna. He hates Mondays. But yeah, see, and Brandy said she had burritos tonight.
Yeah.
And that's after busting her hump in her backyard while it was raining. I saw those videos. Hillary has ice cream and pizza too.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing. I just admitted something that I probably shouldn't have admitted. And then right there is our mentors and our friends that are right there going, hey buddy, I do the same thing. And I still get get the results. And that's
you
what's
just
awesome.
have to be more consistent with eating healthy than not. That's the game.
Absolutely.
So, anyways, how much time have we taken from people?
We're at just about a half an hour.
I need my glasses on.
But you interrupted me a couple times.
Sorry.
So I'll claim I'll claim that I only took my 10 minutes, even though it was probably more like 15 or 17. Whatever. Brandy still eats pizza every Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, it does teach you to be balanced. Definitely. So.
Yep. So anyways, we've ran our sucks for long enough.
Okay.
Thank you guys for spending a half an hour with us.
Thank you guys.
Tonight. And hopefully we'll have opportunities to do this more, and we can get the 5 up there for people who are watching to have a K beside it. Because I want some of those revenues from going live on the internet. I see all those cool videos.
Yeah, and I don't think weight matters anymore. Like looking at my pictures and everything from before Brandy, like with that scale and everything, I don't really care what the weight says on it, because the difference in what we looked like before to now that we're eating healthy, it just doesn't matter. The number doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, and even though it says my body weight is over average, I've got a pretty decent, fat content, and no, it tells you everything. Like it tells you
everything. Yeah.
You drank 34 ounces of water today. You have 6 grams of protein in your body. So, it's a very cool scale. I don't remember what the Euphoria. Here, we'll do it.
Ours it's called Renpho.
Renpho, yeah. They're not sponsored yet, but that's the scale we got for $27 on Amazon.
Yeah.
And if we could ever figure it out, I would put a link down there, but I don't do that yet. If you need to know where to get
we don't get paid to refer people to it.
I don't care.
Either,
it's a great scale. I want to save people's health. I want to make them better.
But Isagenix, you get paid for referrals.
Right. So get Isagenix. We'll help you get on board with that, and then we'll tell you about the scale and all the other cool stuff that we do. Yep.
So, well, thank you guys for listening to our story. Hope it, helps somebody out there. You have anything else to say? You do, right? You always have more to say. You want to put in your nickel?
I'm done speaking. Maybe I'll come and have a private conversation with him.
You know what his call sign is? Can you guess?
It's nickel. Because apparently I give more than my 2 cents to conversations at work.
Yep.
Which is fine. You guys have a great night. I'm going to go and give my 2 cents to my wife now.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Love y'all. Drink water.